Are you burning out from endless content creation? Well, stay with me and I'll reveal how to effortlessly turn one piece of content into multiple using AI, saving you time, energy, and make your workflow a breeze. This is going to allow you to finally have time to finish building that bed frame you've been working on for months in preparation of the new baby coming. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this whole process with you.
Let's take this YouTube video and turn it into multiple different pieces of content, starting with a short form.
We're going to start with a YouTube video because YouTube videos, specifically the longer ones, like the ones you're watching right now, are very rich when it comes to how much content they include. Also, depending on your niche, they probably took a lot of research for you to create, and also a lot of time and energy for you to produce. Therefore, we want to take the richest piece of content so it's got loads of stuff in it, and also the piece of content that took the most energy for us to create, and we want to use that as our hero piece of content. This is going to be the piece of content that creates all these other mini pieces as a result of all the time and effort you put into that one YouTube video.
So as I said, we're going to use this YouTube video, and the first batch of content we're going to create using this video is going to be shorts. So what I mean by this, these are shorts, essentially vertical videos that you can share on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, other places. They're just literally clips of your YouTube video, so we're literally going to take footage from your YouTube video, and we're going to cut it down and crop it so it's vertical, give it some subtitles using the Captions AI tool. Okay, so now I'm gonna open up my Captions account so you guys can see what it looks like here, right? And I actually use Captions for a bunch of different uses, and I'll take you through those, don't worry. But as you can see, I've been using Captions for a while, so there are quite a few videos already uploaded on there.
What I want you to do, if you're new to captions, is head to the link in my description to join.
And then upload your long video here, and then you can use the AI Shorts to create the short form video, right? So once it's uploaded, you'll be presented with a few different short options for you to share across multiple platforms, literally within 5 minutes or less. It's pretty fast, just using this AI tool. So I think the one that I want to use, I've already looked at some of these, is probably going to be this one right here, right? And I'll play a few seconds so you can see what it looks like. This is when you offer exclusive, right? So it's a little freezing right now, but that's okay. Let me pause so it doesn't play while I'm talking here. But basically, so you can expand this here and we can edit it, right? So it's just literally footage from my longer form YouTube video, and I wasn't centered on the camera, but you can fix that, right? See, look, there you go. You can drag it across, so you can move it if you need to. You can change the format. You know, like I said, for me, if we're gonna do a short, it automatically do that one. It's the right form or the right size, right? So, like I said, the AI can do it pretty quick, and it's super easy. You just, like I said, super easy to repurpose these. And so let's go ahead and kind of edit some of these, right? So it's got different templates for captions if you want, which it usually automatically always puts captions on there for you. Um, so just be aware of that. So if I wanted to, you can click edit, you can change the text color, different color options for like when the word covers over it or makes the emphasis, so it makes it bigger word or smaller word, and it's going really slow, so I can't show you. That sucks. But supersize the keywords, activate highlight colors, all kinds of different stuff you can do here. So, what else could you do here? So, if it was the wrong word, you can edit that here, you know, so you can make sure your captions are right and just kind of read it. But just for the basic, I like what it comes with. You can, they got an audio thing here you can check. Um, you can add images and stuff. But, I don't know why it's not playing, man. This is oh, there you go. But you can see it, right? So you can change the size of it too. You can rotate it. So all kinds of different stuff you can do with it. Um, you can add emojis to it. So yeah, like I said, but basically the main good thing about it is it's quick to do the captions and it makes it the right size video I like. So that's what I like. So let's say I like the look of this. And so maybe I don't want to change the colors, maybe I don't want to change the size, maybe it looks good, right? So once you've done all of this, you're going to click the export button over here, and it's going to save it to your desktop. And now you're ready to share it across your YouTube, your TikTok, and your Instagram Reels.
Now, the amount of shorts that you'll be able to generate and that you want to reshare will depend on the style of content that you create. If you do a lot of educational, sit down, talking head videos like I do, you're probably going to have a lot of videos that you can create. If you do more vlog style, it might be a bit harder. And maybe you only get one short video as a result of following these steps. Regardless, creating one TikTok or short as a result of a piece of content you've already created within 5 minutes or less is a huge win. Now, I'm going to count this as three pieces of content. The reason why is because as long as you are able to get one short from your YouTube video, and ideally, if that cut down was under 60 seconds, I'll explain why in just a minute. But then you'll be able to share that one piece of content as a TikTok, as an Instagram reel, and a YouTube short. So that's actually three different pieces of content. And now you can share that with your audience for each different platform, whatever they like to consume, right? Just for making one video. Now, the reason why I said it needs to be 60 seconds or under is because the time limit for a YouTube short is 60 seconds. So if you want to be able to repurpose this video across all three major platforms, you want to be under 60 seconds. So that works for all three of them. The current maximum length of an Instagram reel is 90 seconds. For some people, it's 3 minutes because that's what they're testing and rolling out. But I mean, on TikTok the other day, they were testing out 60-minute uploads. So basically, there's almost no limits. But who wants to watch a 60-minute video on TikTok?
All right, let's move on. Now I'm going to show you how I create Instagram carousels using the same YouTube video. So let me pause this here so it's not playing. So you're going to want to make sure you got the transcript here, right? So scroll down, hit show transcript, and it's going to pop up here. Make sure you toggle this off so you toggle off the timestamp. And let's scroll it back up. So how are we going to create a graphic carousel? Well, I'm going to put an example of what I'm referring to on the screen just a second after I'm done copying this transcript here. Because you want to make sure, oop, too far, you want to make sure you have the transcript here. Got it? All right. So what I was meaning when I'm going to show you an example, go over your community tab on here, right? Anyway, not sure what that was all about, but so here's an example of an Instagram carousel, right? It's just like the different slides you can scroll through and go through and all that good stuff. Like I said, YouTube has a community tab, but it's not working for me for some reason. It won't load. But make sure you're utilizing that if you are a YouTuber. So I want you to go ahead and start doing that now. And there used to be limits on who could use this tab based on how many subscribers you had, but I'm pretty sure that the limit does not exist anymore. Um, so it's open to everyone, and it's a great way for you to engage your YouTube community. Now, before we get into how we create this carousel,
A quick caveat to mention is on Instagram, the maximum limit of slides you can have on a carousel is currently 10. Although they're testing out 15, but on YouTube, it's currently 5. So remember that. Okay, right? So how are we going to create a carousel from this one video?
we're going to head over to our trusty friend, ChatGPT. Remember, I copied that transcript earlier, so make sure you have that handy. But before you um, copy and paste that into here, we're going to give it a little prompt as well. So what I like to do is say, here is a transcript. Here's a transcript from a video I created. Sorry, it's hard to type and talk at the same time. Please summarize into an, let's see, yeah, Instagram carousel using bullet points, maximum 5 slides. Sorry, I told you I can't talk like a little semicolon there, and then you're gonna paste your entire transcript and hit enter, and let's see what that does. All right, ooh, look at this transcript. Ooh wee. Jeez, that's long. I guess I talk more than I realize. So we're just gonna scroll all the way down and let's see what it creates. Let's see what it creates. Boom, it's done. Wow, 5 slides, just like I said. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever get over the speed in which AI operates. It kind of scares me. So look at that. I mean, just a few seconds, and it took that entire transcript, all of this, in that video that took me hours to create. Oh my goodness. Look how long it is. And it's summarized it into 5 slides in less than 30 seconds. So let's have a look at what it's done. So let's see. The title of the slide would be Introduction to Social Media Income Streams, right? Social media opportunities, turn your passion into blah, blah, blah. Right. So you guys can look at this. See, it's got 5 different slides. I'll let you have a read of this for yourself. But basically, what it's doing is summarizing my entire video and it's turning it into text that you can use as an Instagram carousel.
I'm smiling to myself a bit because this is actually wild. And you might be reading this and thinking, okay, this is a bit too summarized for me. And you might want to actually rewrite this into paragraphs if that's your style you prefer on the carousels, or maybe you want to leave it as bullet points. If that works for you, great. Whatever, the same caveat applies here that I mentioned previously, which is that this style of repurposing will work best for some niches and some styles of content more than others. But hey, don't knock it until you've tried it, because let me tell you, AI is impressive, and you never know what it's going to give you. So, the next step would be for you to copy and paste the text you've generated and to put it into your own carousel template using the editor of your choice, whether it's PixArt, whether it's Canva, etc. And that, my friends, brings our grand total piece of content up to 5, because that has generated one carousel that is 5 slides and under, which means we can share it on the YouTube community post and we can share it as an Instagram carousel as well. So, we're up to 5 pieces of content using this one YouTube video. All right, let's keep it moving.
All right, creating blog posts. So that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to use the same YouTube video and we're going to create some long form written content. This is perfect for anyone who uh, has a website or a blog and they're looking for new entries. And here's a little sample of what I've got. Honestly, guys, I've been working on my blog for months now. And once I figured out this method, this totally shifted things for me.
Creating blog posts using this system is the easiest thing in the world. So if you create a blog, this is going to be for you. And if you have an email newsletter, which I hope you do, then you're going to want to pay attention. Pay attention to this process because it's going to allow you to create newsletters and blog posts within seconds just by turning your YouTube transcript into a newsletter.
So, going back into, you guessed it, our handy friend, ChatGPT. And we're going to be focusing on the transcript. So, what I'll do is we're going to give it a different prompt this time, okay? So make sure you still have it copied. Otherwise, go ahead and copy it, or you could type this prompt in and then copy it, whichever you want to do. But let's give ChatGPT a different prompt this time, and we're going to say, turn this transcript into an email newsletter using 500 words or less. Use simplistic, casual, and friendly language using my writing style. Here is the transcript. And make sure you spell everything properly. I don't, so we're going to do that and hit enter. All right. And so what I'm doing here is I'm basically describing my tone of voice. My brand's tone of voice is informal or friendly. And so that's the reason I put some stuff here. All right, look at this. It's pretty much done. So let's see what's created for me.
I want you to read my content or listen to my content and feel like it's a friend talking to you about this stuff. I also include simplistic, even though this isn't actually something that I hold on to in my content, but I include simplistic because ChatGPT can sometimes overcomplicate things. And a lot of time, when I ask it to write copy for me, It starts going off the rails, writing extra fluff or silly things that I don't usually say, or it just puts out all this generic sounding stuff, right? So usually when you include the word simplistic, it gets rid of all of that. So that's just a quick tip. Uh, so that's just a quick Chat GPT hack there.
All right, so we posted the or pasted the transcript into here and let it roll. So I'm just gonna see what it created, right?
Now, another hack here. If you notice, I keep telling you to use my writing style. That's because I trained it to learn how I speak and write. And if you want to learn how, I go in depth on that in another video. I wanted to clone myself with ChatGPT. So go check that out because basically you just take any content that you have written or videos you created and take the transcript so you have the written version of it. Plug that into ChatGPT and tell it this is your writing style and commit it to memory. So every time you want to create more content with ChatGPT, you can say, use my writing style, and it will word things like you and not like a generic AI.
So getting back to the newsletter, we'll scroll to the top here. This is what it's created for me, right? Um, It looks a little bit long. Maybe I should have decreased the word count, but let's see. So, right, hey there, social media has opened up a whole new world of creators for their passion, full-time business, tons of making. Okay, yeah, that's right. This video was about different income streams you can make, right? Productizing your content, creating your own merchandise. Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, yeah, I think it's a little long, but it looks pretty good for the newsletter that is basically got the majority of it written, so now all I've got to do is kind of clean it up a bit.
Don't get me wrong, I never just copy and paste this and send this out. I always go through it and make tweaks so that it aligns properly with what I'm trying to say. And by no means is this process flawless, but if you are someone who doesn't like writing like I do, then this is a dream come true. Also, using AI in this way basically enhances your content creation process rather than replacing it completely. What I don't want you to do is go into AI tool and just say, write an email newsletter about how to grow on Instagram. Because then what you're going to get back isn't from you and it hasn't come from you. It's not your experience, it's not your opinions, it's not your strategies, it's come from AI. Whereas when you use AI the way I've been showing you, everything has still come from you. This is all being written and created off the back of a piece of content that I produced myself and what I'm saying, so you can copy that, make your own tweaks, and that's an email newsletter. Or you can also send the command to rewrite as a blog post.
All right, so yeah, that's an example of a newsletter. So now we want to create it as a blog post. So we could say regenerate into a blog post. Oh, blog post using one. Let's do 1100 words or less. Let's see what it gives me here. So it's going to start off, it's going to give you a title, it's going to start writing a little bit. And so let's see what it is. Another cool thing is that when you do ask for a blog post, it kind of formats it like a blog post almost. Like I said, it's going to give you the title, give you some headers, right? Sometimes it even gives you bullet points. It's still writing, so I don't know for sure, but I mean, it's writing it, and this is just the bulk of it. So let's see what it gives us here. So far, it doesn't look like it's going to give me any bullet points, but sometimes it can. Um, I can't think of an example off the top of my head. Maybe one of these have it, but it's fine. We'll just go through and see what it gives us and see what here. So almost done in platform monetization. And let's see. Yep, that's towards the end, user generated content, remember? All right. So I think that's about it. So, but yeah, basically, like, there you go. There's your blog post. This seems a little bit longer than the newsletter, but so now you've got a blog post and you've got a newsletter. That's going to be two more pieces of content as a result of your one YouTube video made. And now I want to show you another piece of content you can create, and it is so simple.
You know those short videos on Instagram or TikTok of people just sitting there reading a book, taking a drink, and there's some text on the screen, it's almost like a moving image rather than a video. But anyway, this is going to be a short form vertical video. So those videos are where the value lies in the text on the screen, and the background is kind of just movement, just someone doing something very mundane. So that's why I'm calling it a moving image, because it's basically an image with movement in it. It's basically content where the value isn't in the video, the value is in the text on the screen. So there's two things we need in order for us to create this type of content as a result of this main YouTube video. The first is some valuable text to include, and the second is some background content. Now, if we talk about the background content first, or the moving image content, there's a few different places you can get this. You can either get this from your actual YouTube video. So if you were doing a vlog, for example, there'd probably be some form of B-roll in there. Maybe you were walking your dog, or getting the kids ready for school, doing your hair. You can find something, right? You want to extract that part of the video, and you want to use that specific part as a backdrop for the style of content. If you didn't have that though, and you don't have a bunch of moving images of you to pick from, just from sitting in your library, you can actually explore using B-roll videos. This is when you go onto platforms like Pexels, or use the Creative Commons in YouTube, for example. Type in a keyword, and you'll be able to get access to different videos that you can actually use in your own content. So, the other part that you're going to need is the actual text. The text you want to put on top of the video, right? So, normally you want to focus on writing something that is educational or inspirational in some way, like those are usually the type of value that work really well for this style of content.
So fortunately for you, ChatGPT has already created a summary of some of your key moments throughout your video. So all you have to do is scroll back through some of the content that is generated for you. For example, let's look at this blog post here, right? And all I have to do is scroll back some of the content and pick one specific section. And let's highlight it, right? Let's just highlight this part, right? And we're going to copy this. And so I'm going to write this and I'm going to highlight this section. And then I'm going to say ChatGPT another. Let's give ChatGPT another command, and we'll say summarize into one inspirational sentence, right? We'll put that there, and let's see what happens. Unlock your creative potential and collaborate with brands using or brands by producing impactful content for their marketing channels through user-generated content, UGC. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Actually, I like that a lot. Think I'm gonna use that. And you can do that for every single section in your video. So for me, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 7 different sections.
I can extract 7 different sentences, which are inspirational, educational, from this one YouTube video. Overlay that on top of stock videos or little snippets from my main YouTube video, and as a result, I could have additional video content from that one video as long as it's under 60 seconds long. It can be shared as a YouTube short, a TikTok, Instagram reel. So actually, that's 3 more pieces of content. That brings our grand total up to a nice even 10. Now, we just created 10 pieces of content for us to distribute across our other channels. All of that was done in less than 30 minutes using the systems and processes that I shared with you today. That's crazy, right? I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, I recommend watching this video next. It's all about how I taught ChatGPT to write like me and increase my productivity. I also recommend that you check out Captions AI so that you're able to follow the processes and systems that I broke down with you today. The link, of course, is in my description, and no, unfortunately, it's not an affiliate link. Like, I just really like the software. So, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I cannot wait to see you in the next one.